Hey guys, it's Dan, your host of your Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back for another video for today. This one's going to be doing another video. This one's going to be doing another Walking Dead Universe Q&A video for today. It's been about 2 weeks roughly since we did our last one, so figured we go through because I did get a lot of comments from you guys, of course. So definitely make sure to, if you want to participate in the Walking Dead Q&A videos, just leave Q&A before your comment and leave it down in the comment section below. I've had a few people ask me, like, how do I submit Q&A questions and stuff? Very simple. You just put Q&A and then ask your question so that when I'm scrolling, if I see Q&A at the beginning of a comment, I just, put it to the side and leave it for videos like this. So, we're at the end of November now. Walking Dead Universe has pretty much come to an end this year now, so really it's just going to be a matter of, discussion videos, ranking videos for Walking Dead, so all you Walking Dead viewers on the channel, that's kind of what you can expect on the channel going forward. I've been doing a lot of other stuff, though. I've been watching From, which I've been reviewing on the channel. I've been watching a lot of shows, Yellowstone, and there's a new Dexter series coming out soon, and yeah, there's a lot of stuff to look forward to. Squid Game, so there's a lot of upcoming shows. We'll discuss more of that in tomorrow's Let's Chit Chat video, because I have a lot of shows that I do want to discuss. But for the Walking Dead universe, yeah, been pretty slow this week. I'm not gonna lie, that hasn't really been too much. It's like the first week where I can say, like, there hasn't really been too much information. There was like that King Ezekiel announcement, but aside from that, that's just kind of talk on the streets. So aside from that, though, that's basically been Walking Dead this week. So anyway, let's get into some comments from you guys. So, starting things off with Dope, who says that, Dan, honestly, do you think that Dead City could be the end game of the Walking Dead universe? Because it is set in the future, it is focused on Negan's Redemption Arc and other things like that, and it is furthest in the timeline, and it doesn't feel like it's going to be connecting to the Daryl Dixon show. So, do you think that this could possibly be the end game? No, I don't think Dead City is the end game. I feel like something that'll be coming after Dead City will be the end game. If there's an end game at all. I mean, here's the thing, right? I mean, we have to also acknowledge that Gimple wants to make money, and to make money means that he's going to make more spinoffs, and to make more spinoffs means that we're not getting an end game, I do believe that Gimple wants to do an endgame. I know some people may disagree with my statement on that, but I do believe Gimple wants to make an endgame. I just think that he's having too much fun with all the money and the paychecks that he's getting, that he's like, well, I can milk this for a little bit longer, you know what I mean? I think his heart is in the right place when it comes to wrapping this up. I just don't think that he wants to do it right now, and that's the part that's frustrating, is that he's like, well, I can get a bit more mileage out of this, I can get a few more years out of this, you know what I mean? I can, milk this a little bit more, and then kind of reassess. That's what I think he's doing, which, I mean, love him, hate him, but, I get it. You want to make money, but it's not about the story anymore. That's the problem with Gimple. It's not about the overarching story, It doesn't have the care that Walking Dead used to have back in, like, Season 6, Like, in Season 6, where it was, like, nothing else mattered but the story, you know what I mean? And what happens to these characters, Nowadays, it's not about that. It's just about experimenting, doing different things, and if it works, it works, and if it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. You know what I mean? That's all it is. At this point, that's all this is. The next one comes from Shamala, who says that, Dan, honestly, do you think that maybe they should have gone for the trilogy of films instead of doing a love story Ones Who Live miniseries? Maybe we would have had less of the whole love rules everything type of thing. If Michonne was still in the movies, then I don't think it would have changed anything, admittedly. But if Michonne wasn't involved in the movie, then you could have said that maybe something would have changed that, Because I am a firm believer that originally when the movies were a created thing, Michonne was not supposed to be in those movies. It was just because Denai Guerrero left the show. They probably asked her. They're like, well, we're going to bring Rick back in this miniseries, so do you want to come in and do something, And it's like, well, Denai, it's just a limited series, so you don't have to commit to anything, Like, once it's done, and she's probably like, yeah, sure, let's do it. You know what I mean? Like, I guarantee that's all it was. I guaranteed if you asked Denai Guerrero to come back now for a full-fledged series with multiple seasons, she probably wouldn't want to do it. Andrew Lincoln, it feels like he actually might actually do it if the script is right, but Denai, it almost felt like it's like, okay, I'll come back to cap off my character, and then that'll be that. But yeah, the whole love rules all and rules a military compound and stuff, yeah, no, that's goofy as hell. Rick and Michonne taking down the CRM by themselves is goofy. I don't care what anybody tells me. It's goofy that all the CRM soldiers are in one spot. It's goofy that there's explosives conveniently right where they're at, and it's also goofy that there's no security around these explosives, Like, there's so many pieces of plot convenience in that finale. So I do agree. I think if Michonne wasn't involved and they went with the original idea for the movies before Michonne joined the project, then I think that they would have found a different way to take out the CRM, probably a way that they didn't even know how to do yet, honestly. We'd probably still be waiting for these movies because Gimp will be figuring out how the hell the CRM is going to get taken down, if they get taken down. You know what I mean? That's pretty much all there'd be to it, which, you know, you could either say is even more lame than what we got, or it's, you know, maybe a bit better. I mean, who knows? But yeah, I do think the power of love, though, honestly, is what kind of killed that finale of Ones Who Live. And you could say that maybe we wouldn't have gotten that in the movies, for sure. Especially if Michonne wasn't involved, then yeah, absolutely. And then, yeah, the next one here comes from Snake, who says that, Dan, do you think that Negan's redemption arc is going to get butchered in Dead City Season 2? Kind of like what they did with Daryl and Isabel in Daryl Dixon Season 2? Do you think that in Season 2 of Dead City, it'll be the equivalent of them messing up Negan's redemption arc? No, and the main reason why I say that is I actually don't think that Negan's redemption arc is going to get messed up. I think Negan's just playing the game. I don't think Negan is exactly for all this stuff. You know, like I said, I think they're going to take an angle with Negan in Season 2 where it's going to be like, he doesn't want to do it. He's forced into this. He gets the leather jacket back. He gets the bat back. He starts to like it. He starts to get a little too comfortable with it. And then he starts to realize that it's taking over, you know, taking over a piece of him that he didn't want to be let out again, you know? And that's when he's going to realize, nope, focus, and let's, you know, keep this redemption train going, and let's kill the Croat, and let's find a way out of this place, and that'll be that. I think Negan is just doing what he has to do, admittedly. I don't think he's flipped. I don't think he's turned on Maggie. I don't think he's done anything like that. I would find that very, very out of character for him, and I don't think the writers are that stupid. I mean, they can do some stupid crap, you know? I mean, we know the writers can do some stupid crap, but I don't think they would do something that ridiculous. You know what I mean? I don't think they would go to that level, but hey, I mean, that's just one man's opinion. Do you guys think they're going to ruin Negan's redemption arc in Season 2? They might. I mean, they absolutely might, but I just don't see it, in my opinion. I don't see it. The next one comes from Walker, who says that, Dan, honestly, I find it a little bit crazy that it's like, you know, Dead City is all this piece in the timeline later, it's all these years later, and yet somehow, when Herschel is captured, Maggie doesn't have the idea to maybe go and see Rick and see Michonne and the CRM enforcements and all this stuff to maybe help her get her kid back and, you know, deal with it that way type of thing. You know, I think the problem is that would require two things. It would require a lot of travel, of course, because New York is still an alright amount away, you know, to the Commonwealth, right? So it's probably an alright travel away, so she's probably like, nah, Loki, I'll just handle it myself, you know, I'll go get Negan and, you know, do it the way that the Croat wants me to do it, which is deliver Negan and stuff like that, you know. I think Maggie kind of was just very tunnel visioned with that, you know what I mean? And also, we still don't know what happened, because, I mean, anything can happen in 6 years in a timeline, you know? Like, for all we know, and I know this is going to be a scary thing to say, but for all we know, Rick and Michonne are dead, you know what I mean? I mean, I doubt it. They better not be, but I'm just saying, for all we know, they're dead in Dead City timeline. We don't know, you know? So, but I doubt it, but I'm just, you know, I'm just saying. They could be, you know what I mean? So, that's, you know, when you look at it that way, it's like, okay, there's that angle. Also, and this is just a behind-the-scenes thing in general, this is, to me, the true reason why they're not including anything Rick or Michonne or CRM related in Dead City, at least as of yet, is Gimple does not want this show to connect at all. He doesn't. He doesn't want these shows to connect. He doesn't want Daryl to connect. He didn't want Ones Who Live to connect, and he doesn't want Dead City to connect. Like I said, I think the goal is with these spinoffs, and I've said it from the beginning, Daryl will end on its own terms, probably with a Rick reunion, hopefully, for Lucky, and that'll be the end of that show. Dead City will end on its own terms, in its own way, and that'll be that. These shows are going to have conclusive endings to these stories that are going on, you know what I mean? Like the story of Daryl traveling across the world, that will be put to rest in that show. Dead City, whatever storyline's going on with New Babylon, the Barazi, all this stuff, it'll end that and that storyline, and that'll end the show. And then once those end on their own terms, then they'll probably announce something big. That's how I look at it, is that these shows will end as their own individual things. You know what I mean? They're not going to cross over with each other. At least I don't think so. But then we're going to get something after those end, something major at the very end to kind of bring this all together, you know, hopefully. Or they're just going to do more spinoffs and more pointless stories, and then, you know, God knows when we'll get anything of value. But that's how I think this is all going to play out, and that's why I don't think CRM's involved in Dead City. And the last one comes from Simba Fan, who says that, Dan, do you find it a bit of a waste of potential that Fear the Walking Dead ended in the way it did, because they had such a massive chance, such a massive, opportunity, and they wasted it? No, I agree. I absolutely agree, because here's the thing. Getting to see Fear the Walking Dead all the way through, and we talked about this in a video recently as well, too, getting to see the conclusion of Fear and all that stuff. It's honestly so annoying to see the state of where Fear went, and we did a video on it because it just recently passed a year since the show ended. It's so frustrating because it had such a great opportunity. They had such a great chance with that show, and unfortunately, they wasted it. Unfortunately, they just didn't get a chance to do what they wanted to with it, and I wish they did more, but, they messed it up, unfortunately, and it sucks, because I think that could have been a very big, thriving spinoff if they wanted it to be. It probably would have been over for a couple years by now, if they had the 7-season plan that they originally had, the Dave Erickson vision, you know what I mean, and gone with that. We probably would have seen the ending of that in, 2021, 2022, you know what I mean? Yeah, it probably would have been long over by now, so it's pretty insane, man, when you think about it. It really is. But anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Great question, guys. Great bunch of questions. I already have a good bunch saved from y'all, but if you want to add to the bunch, definitely add some more Q&A comments. We'll do another one here probably next week, so stay tuned for that. But anyway, guys, if you're new to the channel and you enjoy videos like this, make sure to click the subscribe button to miss any other videos of The Walking Dead. Make sure to follow me at Dan's The Walking Dead Reviews on Instagram, guys, and of course, I'll see you guys very soon for more videos of The Walking Dead universe. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.
Born in the dark alleys, city of concrete. Dan's reviews blowing up, never taste defeat. Walking Dead dissected every plot twist beat. World gone mad, TV junkies hit a treat. Typing up scripts, marathon through the night. His opinions hit harder than a street fight scene. Every episode, brain sharper than a knife. He's the beacon of critique, shedding TV light.